For as long as humans have sailed the seas, the ocean has inspired both awe and terror. Its vastness is humbling, its depths mysterious, and its power unmatched. The sea is a place of beauty, but also of danger, where the line between reality and myth is easily blurred. Picture yourself as a sailor centuries ago, surrounded by endless blue, the ship creaking beneath you, and darkness closing in at night. The only light comes from flickering lanterns, and every shadow on the water could be something unknown. In this vast unknown, legends were born, stories to explain the unexplainable and warn of unseen dangers. The ocean's mysteries gave rise to tales that grew with every retelling, fueled by fear and imagination. Among these tales, one creature stood out, the Kraken. Sailors whispered its name in hushed tones, dreading the possibility of encountering it. Said to be so immense and powerful that its very name sent chills down the bravest spines. The Kraken was described as a beast with tentacles large enough to crush ships and drag them beneath the waves. The Kraken became the ultimate symbol of the ocean's mysteries and dangers. It represented the unpredictable fury of the sea, and the fear that something unimaginable might be lurking just below the surface. When ships vanished, it was easier to blame a monstrous beast than accept the randomness of the sea. The Kraken offered an explanation for the tragedies that struck without warning. The Kraken embodied the fear of the unknown, a living nightmare lurking in the abyss. Its legend grew with every unexplained disappearance and every strange sighting at sea. Tales of giant sea monsters are found in cultures worldwide, from the Leviathan of ancient mythologies to sea serpents on ancient maps, each culture adding its own twist to the legends of the deep. But the Kraken captured imaginations like no other, a force of nature, capable of dragging entire fleets to the depths. Its legend was both a warning and a fascination. These stories grew with each telling, passed from sailor to sailor, generation to generation. Around every campfire and ship's deck, the Kraken's legend became larger than life. The legend persisted for centuries, casting a shadow over every voyage into the open ocean. Even the bravest captains could not escape its grip on their imagination. The line between myth and reality blurred, and the Kraken became the ocean's most enduring monster. Its story is a testament to the power of the unknown, but was there any truth behind the terror? Could something so monstrous really exist in the unexplored depths, or was the Kraken simply a reflection of our deepest fears? The Kraken's legend thrived in the cold, forbidding waters off Norway and Greenland, where the sea seemed endless and mysterious. For centuries, these icy depths were shrouded in fog and fear, a perfect setting for tales of monsters lurking below. Folklore described the Kraken as an island-sized beast, so massive that sailors often mistook its barnacle-crusted back for solid land, until it suddenly sank beneath the waves, dragging entire ships and their terrified crews to a watery doom. Its attacks were the stuff of nightmares. Tentacles as thick as tree trunks would rise from the depths, crushing wooden hulls, snatching sailors from the decks, and creating whirlpools that swallowed any survivors. The ocean itself seemed to turn against those who crossed its path. Even a good day's fishing was seen as a warning sign. The Kraken was said to be stirring below, driving huge schools of fish to the surface as it prepared to rise. Fishermen would whisper nervously, knowing that fortune could quickly turn to disaster. Wise captains, recognizing the subtle signs of danger, would flee at the first hint of trouble, steering their ships away from the Kraken's rumored hunting grounds. Most depictions described a cephalopod-like monster, with enormous eyes and writhing arms, similar to a giant squid or octopus, creatures that already haunted the imaginations of seafarers. In the 1750s, Norwegian bishop Erik Pontoppidan wrote extensively about the Kraken, treating it not as mere myth, but as a rare and dangerous animal that truly haunted the northern seas. His detailed account spread the legend far beyond local folklore, sparking heated debate among naturalists and scholars across Europe. Was the Kraken a real creature, or just a sailor's tall tale? The Kraken became more than just a story whispered in the dark. It became a question for science. Could such a monstrous beast truly exist in the unexplored shadowy depths of the world's oceans? As explorers and scientists began to probe the deep, the line between myth and reality grew ever thinner, fueling both fear and fascination. The world was on the edge of discovery, and soon the truth behind the Kraken's reign of terror would begin to surface. For centuries, most dismissed the Kraken as fantasy, Just another sailor's yarn, exaggerated over drinks, a monster the size of an island creating whirlpools. It sounded impossible. There was no physical evidence, no tentacles, no beaks, just stories that grew wilder with each retelling. Scientists explained shipwrecks with storms or human error, not monsters. The Kraken's supposed malice seemed more like a personification of the sea's dangers than a real animal's behavior. As science advanced, myths faded, replaced by facts and reason. The Kraken was relegated to fiction, a relic of superstition. For most of the 18th and 19th centuries, it was considered nothing more than a fascinating legend. But the ocean still held secrets, and not all stories were as far-fetched as they seemed. Sometimes, the truth is stranger than fiction, and the Kraken's story was far from over. The shift from myth to reality began with strange clues from the sea. Sailors found giant, hard beaks washed ashore. Unlike any known animal, whalers discovered huge circular scars on sperm whales, evidence of epic underwater battles. The only explanation, a massive tentacled creature fought these giants in the deep. These clues pointed to a real animal, far larger than any known squid or octopus. The beaks matched squid anatomy, just scaled up to monstrous proportions. The myth of the Kraken started to look plausible. Scientists reconsidered old tales, wondering if they were eyewitness accounts filtered through fear. The island-sized monster was likely an exaggeration, but a giant squid capable of battling whales, that was possible. The hunt for proof began, and the legend was about to face the ultimate test. The Kraken was moving from folklore into the realm of science. Everything changed in the 1870s. A giant squid carcass washed ashore in Newfoundland, giving scientists their first real specimen. Reverend Moses Harvey photographed the massive creature draped over his bathtub, an image that shocked the world. The legendary Kraken was real. Architeuthis ducks, the giant squid. More specimens followed, each revealing new details, tentacles lined with suckers, enormous eyes and a powerful beak. The Kraken of myth was becoming a biological reality, but dead specimens only told part of the story. How did these giants live? What did they eat? How did they hunt in the deep? The answers remained hidden in the ocean's darkness. To truly understand the giant squid, scientists needed to see one alive. The quest moved from beaches to the crushing depths. The search for a living legend had begun. The ocean was about to reveal one of its greatest secrets. The line between legend and reality was vanishing. For generations, finding a live giant squid was one of science's greatest and most elusive challenges. The very idea of seeing this mysterious creature alive in its own world seemed almost impossible, a dream that haunted marine biologists and ocean explorers alike. The deep ocean is unimaginably vast, pitch dark, and nearly impossible to explore. Its crushing pressures and frigid temperatures make it one of the most hostile environments on Earth, a place where few humans have ever ventured. For decades, the giant squid remained a ghost, known only from mysterious carcasses washed ashore and the telltale scars left on whales after epic underwater battles. But then, new technology changed everything. Robotic submarines and baited cameras could finally reach the abyss, opening a window into a world previously hidden from human eyes. In 2004, Japanese scientists made history by capturing the first images of a live giant squid attacking bait deep in the Pacific Ocean. It was a breakthrough that electrified the scientific community. The footage was electrifying, tentacles flashing with incredible speed, raw power and intelligence on display in the inky blackness. In 2012, a team of researchers went even further, filming a giant squid from a submersible. They watched in awe as it glided silently through the darkness, a living legend before their eyes. The creature was majestic, not monstrous, a marvel of evolution, perfectly adapted to its shadowy world, moving with a grace that defied its size. The myth had finally met reality, and the real animal was just as awe-inspiring as the legends had promised, if not more so. The Kraken was no longer just a story, but a living wonder, proof that the ocean still holds secrets beyond our wildest imagination. The deep sea had finally given up one of its greatest mysteries, but many more still lurk in the darkness. Yet, the giant squid's life remained mostly hidden, its habits and secrets still shrouded in mystery. Every rare glimpse raised new questions, fueling the curiosity of scientists and explorers around the world. The ocean's secrets are far from exhausted. With every discovery, we are reminded how much more there is to learn beneath the waves. The giant squid is even more fascinating than the legend. Females can reach over 40 feet, longer than a school bus, and weigh nearly a ton. Their eyes are the largest in the animal kingdom, up to 10 inches across, perfect for spotting faint light in the deep. With 8 arms, and 2 lightning-fast feeding tentacles, they snatch prey with hundreds of sharp-ringed suckers. Their beak tears food into pieces, making them efficient hunters. Despite their size, giant squids are elusive and solitary, living thousands of feet below the surface. They come together only briefly to mate. Much of their life remains a mystery. We don't know how long they live, how they reproduce, or how many exist. Every discovery leads to more questions. The giant squid reminds us how little we know about the deep. The truth is as strange and thrilling as any myth. The ocean's wonders are just beginning to be revealed. The giant squid's world is the twilight zone, cold, dark, and under crushing pressure. Sunlight never reaches these depths, only bioluminescent creatures provide light. The squid's body, mostly water, resists compression, letting it move freely between depths. Its blue blood, rich in hemocyanin, carries oxygen efficiently in the cold. Here, it faces its greatest predator, the sperm whale. Battles between these giants are legendary, leaving scars that inspired the Kraken myth. Even with modern technology, the deep sea remains a frontier, less explored than the moon. Thousands of species and perhaps more giants await discovery. The giant squid is proof that real monsters still exist. The ocean's depths are the last great wilderness. The adventure is far from over. The Kraken story shows how myth can spring from truth. Dismissed for centuries, the giant squid proved that legends can hide real wonders. Old stories and local folklore sometimes point to discoveries beyond imagination. The confirmation of the giant squid only deepened the ocean's mysteries. What else waits in the abyss? Other monsters, new species, unknown marvels. We know more about the moon than our own seas. Every dive could reveal something extraordinary. The spirit of exploration lives on, driving us to seek the unknown. The giant squid is a living legend, a reminder that the world still holds secrets. The greatest adventures are waiting, hidden beneath the waves.